Here's a complete history of Status Quo, one of Britain's most enduring rock bands, known for their boogie-driven rock sound, denim-clad image, and an incredible career spanning 6 decades. The early years, 1962-1967, from The Spectors to Traffic Jam. Status Quo's roots go back to 1962, when school friends Francis Rossi, guitar, hot vocals, and Alan Lancaster, bass, formed a band called The Scorpions in Catford, London. The group evolved into The Spectors, playing mostly covers and beat music. By 1965, they had added drummer John Coughlin and keyboardist Roy Lines. In 1967, after meeting Rick Parfitt, they renamed themselves Traffic Jam, briefly experimenting with psychedelic pop. Becoming Status Quo and Psychedelic Phase, 1967-1969. In late 1967, the band renamed themselves The Status Quo, soon shortened to Status Quo. Their breakthrough single was Pictures of Matchstick Men, 1968, written by Francis Rossi. It reached the UK Top 10 and was their only big US hit. Other psychedelic singles followed, like Ice in the Sun. But by the late 1960s, the trend was fading, and the band began shifting towards a harder, boogie-based rock sound. The classic boogie rock era, 1970-1976. In 1970, with the release of Down the Dust Pipe, Status Quo established their trademark 12-bar boogie rock style. Albums like Piledriver, 1972, Hello, 1973, Quo, 1974, and On the Level, 1975, defined their golden age. Their biggest single of the decade, Down Down, 1975, reached #1 in the UK. The lineup of Rossi, Parfitt, Lancaster, and Coughlin became known as the Frantic Four. Mainstream success, 1977-1984. Status Quo continued to dominate UK rock with albums like Rockin' All Over the World, 1977, featuring the famous John Fogerty cover, and Whatever You Want, 1979. By the early 1980s, they had become one of Britain's most popular live acts, regularly selling out tours. Internal tensions began rising. Alan Lancaster moved to Australia and clashed with Rossi, while Coughlin left in 1981, replaced by Pete Kircher on drums. Despite the disputes, they performed at Live Aid, 1985, famously opening the show with Rockin' All Over the World. Breakup, reunion, and lineup changes, 1984-2000s. After disagreements, Rossi announced in 1984 that Status Quo was splitting up. However, massive fan support led to a reformed band, with Rossi and Parfitt joined by Andy Bone, keyboards, John Rhino Edwards, bass, and Jeff Rich, drums. This lineup steered Quo into a more pop-oriented rock sound during the late 1980s. Hits included In the Army Now, 1986, which became one of their most famous songs worldwide. Through the 1990s, Quo continued touring extensively, cementing their reputation as a hard-working live band. Later years and legacy, 2000s-2016. The band enjoyed a loyal fan base, though mainstream chart success faded. Jeff Rich retired in 2000, replaced by Matt Letley on drums. In 2013, fans were thrilled when the original Frantic Four lineup, Rossi, Parfitt, Lancaster, Coughlin, reunited for a series of tours, though it was short-lived. Rick Parfitt's health issues forced him to step back from touring in 2016. Tragically, Rick Parfitt died on December 24, 2016, marking the end of an era. Status Quo. After Parfitt, 2016-present. Francis Rossi chose to continue Status Quo, keeping the band alive. Richie Malone, a longtime fan, replaced Parfitt on guitar. The band continues to tour and record, with albums like Backbone, 2019, showing they still had energy and commitment. Today, Rossi remains the last original member, but Status Quo continues to draw crowds, especially in Europe and the UK. Legacy. Status Quo are among the UK's most successful rock acts. Over 60 charting singles in the UK, more than any other rock band. Over 30 studio albums released. Estimated sales of over 118 million records worldwide. Their no-frills boogie rock made them one of Britain's best-loved live acts, even if critics often dismissed their simplicity. Known as the ultimate people's rock band, they became icons of denim, riffs, and relentless touring.